Well, hello. I hope everybody's having a good fourth week and we'll have a good fourth holiday. Safe holiday. A lot of people out there getting out there traveling. As you can see, I'm in my house. Well, maybe you can't see. I am in my house. I'm stuck here again. And to make a long story short, well, today we're going to be talking about bathroom etiquette and just point blank about how to keep the toilets going on Amtrak. What we can do, what's happening, what we can do, and that sort of thing. I apologize for the quality of the picture here, but it's for the content. Is that several things in my car have broken or worn out, and so I'm having to get all that fixed. TV broke, the camera to my computer doesn't work, so everything that has to do with machinery right now at my house is not working. So bear with me. I didn't want to put this out there because I've been on the Amtrak fans Facebook page lately, and it seems like there are a lot of complaints about non-working toilets. Now, okay, what causes this? And they're blaming Amtrak and very upset, and I can understand being upset if you're on a long distance trip, and particularly if you have paid for a bedroom which has a toilet in the room. Okay, first off, just keep in mind that this is Amtrak. It is mass transit. What happens, that a lot of people do not know or understand, what happens when one toilet gets stopped up, it stops up the whole car. Now, what causes it to stop up? The most common reason, is that something is put down the toilet that is not meant to be there. There's nothing, how can I say this? There's nothing supposed to be in there except for the train's grade of toilet paper. No paper towels. I made the mistake one time of bringing my own toilet paper. I did find out that is not suitable for that system. It's a very sensitive system, so I no longer do that. It can be something as tampons, food, you name it. It has been put down there. It does stop up the entire car. So that's the logistics of it. I won't go in any further other than to say they can't just immediately fix it like they can a home toilet. Something that does not work off septic, does not work off city or town water, does not work off wells. It has its own antiquated, and I will say it is still antiquated system. And there are only certain stations that can accommodate the flushing it to get it all unstopped. So that does mean, perhaps, that you will be on a car for quite a while. From what I'm seeing on the, it used to be on the shorter trains, I found that more to be true. I have not traveled a lot train-wise since the pandemic, but seems like some of the cross-country trains from Chicago out west. Two I have heard mentioned. I heard mentioned the California Zephyr several times. I've heard the Empire Builder several times. They are multi-day trains. That is a long time to be without a toilet. They can stop, but they can't stop at every little town and do this. Seems like when I was on the California Zephyr that happened. Seems like when we got to Denver they did that. From Chicago to Denver, that's quite a ways. So just keep that in mind. From your standpoint, if you have bought a bedroom ticket thinking that you're going to get your own toilet and it's going to be totally separate from all the rest of everybody else, that's not true. It is separate in that it's private, but like I said, if something in another part of the train, even in coach, stops up, yours will be too. So that's the problem. That's Amtrak's part of the problem, is that they do have an antiquated system. The people writers problem, I will say, number one, I've already said it, please do not put anything down the toilet. It's not supposed to be there. Nothing. Two, please do not let your children run around and play around in there. They will put the paper towels in there. That's not supposed to be the case, but I have been on trains. I was on a train one time where I paid for a roomette, and you have a special bathroom area for those with roomettes, and coach people are not supposed to be down there, but this particular train, I think that was the Zephyr I was on, because we did have to do something in Denver. There were several school-age boys, I say between the ages of maybe 7 to 10, I mean not that old, 7 to 9, 7, 8, that range, all night long, because I was next to the toilets, all night long, in and out of all the little stall areas, little enclosed areas, and they were playing hide and seek, and they stopped up all those toilets, and the whole car stopped up. You are supposed to pay attention to your own children. If you bring them on the train, you're supposed to have them attend to them. So please be aware of that. This is not an amusement park, and I'll just say that bluntly. I've been, because it's not convenient to be on a train in this position. We do pay a lot of money to be in roomettes, to be in bedrooms, to have sort of semi bathrooms, or at least more variety than they have in coach. So what do? If you're on a train that's like that, so just know ahead of time that something like this may happen. I will tell you, I've only been on one train since the pandemic. That was in April when I took the train to Burlington. I was on the Piedmont, and I heard somebody say, and I was on the Piedmont, that train only goes from Raleigh to Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a short train. But I heard someone say to a passenger who was going to the bathroom, to say that the toilet was not working in that car, in the car I was in. Now, I don't know how and why it was not working. When the train started in Raleigh, I got on in Cary, which is only about a 10-minute ride, and they're going to Charlotte. They're not going very far. If you don't know the distance, car-wise, it takes a little longer in the train, but car-wise from Raleigh, North Carolina to Charlotte, North Carolina is a 2-hour drive. Do not know. But again, like I said, it's an antiquated system. That's something Amtrak needs to work on. Granted. So, from what I understand, if that happens to you, you can get a voucher. There are limitations to vouchers, and there are restrictions to vouchers. I think you have to have either a roomette or a bedroom, that type thing. I think that they were talking about bedrooms. It has to be for a certain amount of hours. There are a lot of restrictions to it. It's not for everybody on the train. That's number one. You can contact customer service with your ticket number, reservation number, and tell them what happened, and they will look into it. And if you qualify, you can get a voucher. Number two, you can use a bathroom in another car. I have never been on a train, knock on wood here, I have never been on a train where the entire train was stopped up. That would be something. So yes, you can go and feel free to use the restrooms in another car. Yes, that is inconvenient, but it is something you can do for the short term. I just wanted to put that out there. It seems to be the buzz, the talk of the Facebook group right now. But my bathroom's not working. Just keep that in mind. Keep in mind you're on mass transit. Keep in mind you're on old trains. That bathroom is antiquated, doesn't work. Like I said, there is no septic, there's no city, there's no well. It works, one clogs, the whole car clogs. Okay? That's what I just wanted to say and put that out there, and hopefully I will be, I am looking actually, if this gets to be a really big problem, I have a major trip planned for January. I'm considering not going myself. Depends on how big a problem, because I have rented actually I have reserved a roomette for two reasons. One is to be able to lie down. I'm more comfortable that way. And another reason is to use bathrooms. There are more bathrooms in the roomette section. So if that's not going to happen, I may do more road trips. I'm having to do a lot of car maintenance and repairs. So might as well use it. I might do a lot more road trips, and I am going to try to get to train stations later when it cools off. So as I said, I hope everybody's doing okay. Put your comments below, like, share, subscribe. I appreciate everybody. And if you have any questions, just let me know. Okay. And until next time, everybody stay safe and happy rails.